Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we're all doing well. It is 2:10 p.m. April 13th, 2024. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. We're going to get some Minecraft to start off the stream. And today we're going to be playing a little bit of just doing a little bit of building. Nothing too crazy. But we have a whole new continent. In fact, we have two new continents, if you're like separating them as they are. And this is going to be the first build to go on the new continent. So let's make it a good one, and let's hop into the video game, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, so let me just go ahead and turn down the music a little bit. So I'm thinking. I kind of want some kind of like small little like forward operating base. Like I kind of want this to be like a watchtower type thing, right? So I'm thinking that we build, you know, some walls, like some walls that we're gonna later tear down, but they're gonna be kind of ramshackle, right? So I'm thinking that we do some kind of oak. I don't want to do jungle wood. I just want it to be like, oh, there's oak here. Where'd they get the oak? They obviously didn't use the jungle thing. Maybe there was oak here thousands of years ago or whatever. It's going to be like a remnant type thing, right? But I want to have oak around the whole thing. I'm going to keep as much grass here as possible. But we're going to do oak around the whole perimeter. We're going to have an entrance, which is going to be here. And we're going to have some kind of like remnants of buildings, and then in the center we're gonna have a big watchtower that's gonna be made out of stone, and then that's gonna be like, you know, whoever owned this place, this is gonna be their forward op, right? So let's go ahead, and the best way I could do this is I'm just gonna hand place oak around the whole thing, use a few commands to make it you know, go however high I want it to be, but the variation should look good. So we're thinking oak logs, and then I will show you what we're going to do after that. So this is going to be the tediousest portion of this, because we're going to have to deal with grass, but I don't want to remove all the grass. And I don't want to replace it either. We're kind of just going to let the ground indicate where this stuff is going. Right? With some stuffs. Okay. And I'm going to try not to paste, I'm going to try to not build stuff that is too long. I want this to feel a certain way. Now I am gonna build this as like a full wall off the rip, but also I should mention that we are going to destroy the majority of what I'm building, right? But I'm gonna build it up first, because that's honestly the simplest way, and I think honestly the best way to look at it as well is to like actually have it built up. But I definitely want to keep the grass here, because World Edit grass looks terrible. World Painter grass looks amazing. This is all World Painter grass, by the way. If you can't tell the difference, World Edit grass is literally all just one block grass, because I haven't figured out how to, you know, set it to where it is like the tall grass, and then I have to do everything automatic. World Painter actually, like, puts it all in. It's pretty nice. I think I'm gonna have, like, a 2-level thing here. If I can. Let me see. If I'm gonna do a 2-level thing, it's probably gonna be there, though. It doesn't have to be the whole hill, either. But yeah, I'm excited to get some builds on this. I'm just going to do it off the rip. I'm not going to really think about it too much. I'm just going to do something that's ramshackle, then I'm going to destroy it, build it back up, see where we're at with it. Because, like, my thought process with this build, let me just show you it on a map. We have two things here. We have, like, a volcano thing and then this, right? Which is kind of, like, polar opposites, right? But my thought process is that this was once a continent that was all together, and then something happened in the middle. It exploded a bit and completely fucking sunk half the ground there. And while it doesn't look that big on your map, at the tip of my mouse, you can't see it, because it's that small, but at the tip of my mouse is a chunk, right? So if I zoom in, you see that? That's a chunk, right? So this is actually pretty fucking big, right? Pretty fucking big. So there's that. There's that. Now, I think this could be a really cool build. I think it's definitely going to indicate maybe a building style. I'm trying to think, like, what kind of builds would these people have built, because it is kind of like, it's kind of out there, you know. It is kind of like out there. Oh, and this is going to be a diagonal. We love diagonals here. Diagonals are our fucking favorite. I'm being an asshole. I'm joking. I fucking hate diagonals. There is nothing worse than building diagonally. I'm not saying, like, oh, every single diagonal build looks bad. It's just a really complicated. You have to be really, really on the money to build anything diagonally that looks nice. I built one thing that looks good diagonally, and it's a bridge. And even that, I don't think looks great. Now, I do think I'm gonna, like, drop this down a level. I am seeing a little bit of iffiness here. But I can't really do much about it without destroying the grass, so we'll just make it work. And now I'm gonna go up a bit. I'm not gonna put in it like a regular pattern. This is just gonna be me just clicking, really. Usually I would put in a 3-3 pattern, which just means I'll go 3 down, 3 up, like this, and then, you know, do that. But it's really complicated over these builds where you don't have any evenness at all, and it's all fucking chaos. Right? You bitch. Uh-huh. And I want to keep them all oak, and I want to keep them all 1 block. You'll see why later. Why I want to do that. Really important. Alright. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting something. I think what I'll do is I'll go in manually, and I'm going to fix some of these problems that I'm seeing. Because there are problems. There are a few problems. Click, 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 click. Okay. So yeah, some of the problems is you see, like, how these blocks are like this. That's a little problematic. So what we want to do is I'll grab some bone meal for when we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna try to make the whole thing flat, by the way. I am gonna leave some of it not flat, but also, like, I want to flatten up some of the, like, inside areas, right? So, like, that's fine. That's fine. And now we'll true it all up. We'll true it all up to where it looks natural. It's like here, this is fine as long as we do, like, a little connection part here. Like that. Okay. And then we'll connect all this to this little section. I still want to work with, like, the height elevation we have going here. Like, that's completely fine. Let's go here. Like that. How's that? Wow. It's supposed to be here. Okay. And then I'll remove this. I'll remove this. Fix that. Fix that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this little section here. And don't worry, because I'm gonna make this look kind of like the grass that's placed down. I just hope I can do it properly, that's all. But I don't want these sticking off parts. I want it to look a certain way. Okay, and where do we have a flat area? Right here. Remove this, put 2 here. Let's get a kill command going. All my inventory's fucked up because I accidentally typed /clear, and /clear clears your inventory. I was trying to change my camera stuff because I was doing a lot of filming on this world because I released that video the other day. Which, by the way, I just changed the thumbnail on that. Yeah, it kind of looks like every flower type's coming up because of... because this is actually a plains biome, not a jungle biome. Now, I could change it. I could absolutely change it. I'm just not going to. I think plains biome in a jungle works perfectly fine. We definitely want to be doing commands like what I just did. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do next. So everything is kind of like looking very overgrown. Hey, that's kind of what I'm going for, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to select the lowest point that oak exists at. Now I'm pretty fucking certain that there is no oak, right? There is no oak here. Well, I'll know. Well, no, I won't because I'm going to select this now. But I'm pretty sure there is no oak here because I don't have like the bottom forest part. Okay, so now we're going to do replace above oak log with oak log, right? And we're going to do that a few times. I think that's fine. Now we're going to replace above oak log again, which is going to do the topmost block, right? But we're not going to just do oak log. We're going to do air. We're going to do air again. And then we're going to do, I'd say, oak fence. And make that 4, right? And then this is going to happen. So what's the look here we're going for? We're actually going for like a little spikiness, you know? So like it's kind of like all over the place. That's kind of the goal, right? That's kind of the goal. And these actually kind of look like doors. That's interesting. So now what's next? now it's where it starts to get fucky wucky. So before I do this, let's go ahead and fix my inventory because my inventory is looking gross. I have my inventory set up a certain way every time, and then you fucked it up. Okay, don't need these anymore. Don't need that anymore. I'll take this and I'll put it over there. Put the milk here. Put my banners here. This. Destroy all of that. And like that. There we go. Inventory's clean. So we're going to go ahead and get our sphere tool. BR, sphere, air, 3, mask, oak, log, oak, fence. There we go. So now, when we right-click, it does this. Right? What's the goal of this? Basically, we want to make it look like it's kind of either been run down or it's been invaded in the past. And, you know, it hasn't been repaired because everyone here is dead. And it's kind of been forgotten, right? And the way we do that is we kind of just pick a spot we just call it, right? We kind of go crazy with it. So we want to remove a lot, right? We want to like remove more than we just placed. But we want to keep some of the blocks on the ground so we can kind of see what the shape was, but not entirely have that shape, right? So we're going to remove quite a bit here. And what I'll say is, if you're ever doing this in your own world, don't grow attached to what you just built, right? If you grow attached to a ruin, build it as a ruin, not as like, you know, at its whole glory, right? You can always build something that's in its like its glory or whatever, but when you're going for like a kind of ruin build, which is what I'm going for, I think it could look better than just like this is in its prime right now, because it's not. This is supposed to be a ruin, right? So we have our walls, I would say, finished. Let's add a little spot right there. But yeah, it's clear that this has been run down, right? So now what we're going to do is we're probably going to place some vines. Now, problem with the vines. There is always a problem with vines, right? So the problem with vines is that they don't want to work with you. They just say, fuck you. I hate you. You're ugly. Die. Basically, we can't really fuck around with World Edit at all. So we literally have to manually place vines over every single block. And we're just gotta wait until it's ready to, you know, do its thing. Right? Anytime I've worked with vines, it's the same fucking bullshit every goddamn time. They're annoying to remove, they're annoying to replace, they're annoying to work with. It's just the worst, right? Now, I'm sure you can world edit vines in, but I don't know the command. There's definitely an axis to happen, and it's gonna end up to where it's floating, right? And not to mention that vines go on, like, every side block ever. So you definitely want to, you know, do this as well. We could also, if we wanted to interact with the vines a little bit, we could increase the tick speed so they fall down faster. But we don't really have to worry about that at all, if we're being honest. I don't want it over everything. Just like, we're just gonna click it around. I mean, it's gonna do its own thing. It's not gonna spread. It's only gonna spread down, right? But yeah, we wanna get this over everything. I don't often, I don't random build or build by hand that often, because of, you know, it just like, sometimes it's a waste of time, right? Like, if I'm gonna click on every block here, and I have a command that I can do it easier, like, I'd rather do it with a command, but sometimes we don't have that luxury, right? And in the cases like this, we do not have that luxury. So we're just gonna continue placing, until, like, we are satisfied that it is spread around enough that we have this feeling that this is like, oh my god, this has actually been here for a very long time. That's the goal, right? That's why we're placing it on all sides. That's why we're being very specific about it. We want it really just in there, right? And if we want, we can replace all this oak with jungle now. If we want to, like, go deeper into that. But the reason why it's oak is more of like a, oh, how'd they get oak here? Right? I want you to think about that. How did they get oak here? Were they trading with a different continent? Did they have an oak source before? Were there jungle trees here? Right? That's kind of like how far out, like, I'm trying to think about this stuff. Because, you know, massive nerd. So, that's gonna do its thing. You can already see it happening, right? So, I want to address this tower, right? So, Obviously, a tower needs to be built up, and we're working with wood, but I do want stone involved. So what I'm thinking is that we could have like a stone foundation that's quite high, right? That's like in the middle here, and then it's like the highest point kind of thing, right? So how would I achieve that? Like, I'm kind of thinking about putting like an actual tower in here, but like I build all my towers very similar, so I don't know if I want to do it like that. I definitely want a cobblestone, mossy cobblestones foundation, right? For fucking sure. So if we do something like this, let me go set mossy cobblestone 1, mossy cobblestone 2, cobblestone 3. Like that. Like, how out of place is this looking? It's looking very out of place. Okay. It needs to be smaller. So if we do here, let me do that. It's still kind of looking a little out of place, but not as bad. I think we can give away 2 more blocks like this. Right? So we have this like increased level thing. Now we do want to find our middle, and I'm pretty sure we're working with an uneven number. Right? Yeah, we're a little bit fucked around. So we need to go 1 more back, I think. Like this. Okay, I'm pretty sure we are centered. Unless this side's fucked up, which it is. Cool. Nope. We always select the bottommost block. That. There we go. Now we're all squared up. Amazing. So now we're going to take, I think, a large portion of this. Like that. To build our tower. Okay? How are we getting up here? I think I'm going to put a staircase right here. Like this. Let's not follow the pattern too well. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of height by mixing in some oak in this. Which is a weird combo, but I'm fucking here for it, dude. We'll do the command again. So basically I want this to end up like 1 more block, and this time I am gonna like add another thing to it as well. But I want it to be like, this is gonna be matriculation, basically. Because I want this oak ingrained. Like my thought process here is that like I don't think they have a lot of stone, right? Like, stone is going to be, like, for the very important builds. The watchtower is going to be very important. But, like, they can't use stone for, like, the outer walls, right? Now, they might be able to use stone for the tower. But, like, the external protection of the tower, probably not. Probably not. So now we're going to use the same command. We're just going to scroll up. And we're going to do this. Right here. Right there. Right? And then we're going to find the other command. I'm going to do that twice. So this one and this one. Right? So now we have this kind of like, it looks realistic-ish. Right? We can fix a few things where it doesn't. Right? Like, it doesn't always have to be not by hand. Like that. Right? So now I'm feeling quite good about that. So now we're going to build a tower in the middle. So the question is what does this tower look like? Obviously, we're having a lot of wood. So I think I'm going to have wood supporting stone brick. right? This is clearly going to be the most important thing of the build. And I am going to build I might even build tents. Because tents would be easiest. It's not easiest from, like, oh, I need to make this look ruined thing. But, like, I could definitely get some wool in here. Because I haven't really decided, like, how old this thing is, right? And I am probably going to remove some of this. Like, I'm probably going to take a big chunk out of this at some point. But should I put vines in first? I think I should. Just to, like, you know, make sure that I'm good. And I don't want to cover everything. I think less is more in the case of vines, right? Even though I kind of went really ham, but you can see less is more, right? And I might even put gaps where I'm not putting stuff in. Not putting vines in. Like right here might be a huge fucking gap. Or 2 little small gaps. Like that. Okay. Now. Should we put something in the inside? I suppose, right? Just go fucking ham. Ham Sam. Now this is a build that I've never built before. I've never had a stone foundation supported by oak. I guess these are walls, right? Never done this. So we're already in weird territory. So now I think what I want to do is I want to have more oak. So we're going to build on this block because this is a supporting block. This is the actual block, right? I think we're going to do something like this. And then like this. And then that's the size of our tower. Right? So let's just repeat that. I could copy it. If it's too much of a hassle, right? Just to save the carpal tunnel. And I will. So all we do is we copy. Rotate 90. Wait, sorry, minus 90 because we're turning left, not right. We're going to paste with air because we don't want to fuck anything up, right? Okay. There's obviously a problem here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're just going to have it like that, I think. I could, like, side it, but that's okay. It's okay. We need to have a door somewhere, and it's got to be in the middle. I think that's fine. I think that'll give a little bit of visual intrigue. Okay, so now we're doing stone brick. We want to make sure it's not infested. Not that that matters, but it does matter. Like, I've ruined builds before with that shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build everything with stone brick, and I'll replace it later with a little bit of something to give it a little bit of visual. Okay. So we're just going to build a regular old tower, but it's different because we're working with those wooden support beams. This side looks really weird because I have a hole there. Oh, I could also do this. If we wanted a bigger tower, and I do. I will. So we're doing 5 instead of 3s. And what I'm referring to, just so you can follow along here, instead of doing 1, 2, 3 like this, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And the way I mark out 5, quickly, is 5 always has a middle in Minecraft, and I think 5 also has a middle. There's a 1 in the middle of 4, right? Or 1 in the middle of 5. So I just put a mark right here, right? And so that's how I count it really quick. So I know if I can do this, and there's 2 blocks on the left, or sorry, 2 blocks on the right, 2 blocks on the left, I know that's 5. Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is now that this is like this, we are ready to go ahead and build this up. So we're just going to, once again, we're going to use commands because building this up building this up manually is kind of annoying, right? So replace above stone bricks, right? And then once we're at this position, we're going to do this. So then we don't have to build all that. And it's all, World Edit is really all about saving time. Okay. So now we're going to do this manually. Right. We're going to do it twice because I don't want to have a weird selection. Sometimes it can get a little weird when you're doing weird selections of Minecraft. So we're going to do position 1, position 2. And I just don't want to select I don't want to select this block, right? And then bam, there we go. So now we're going to grab a stair. And then this is where we kind of decide where we're going with the third support here. Spruce looks the best. Okay, so now, like, we look at it and we just like, okay, does it really look weird without that support? The answer is yes, it does. So we're going to build it down, and then we will fix this problem by doing something like... something like this. Right? So then it gives it even more visual intrigue now. Now it doesn't look as weird. I think what I'll do is I'll give it a little, like, something like this. Right? Like that. And then I'll go ahead and do this as well, because it looks a little like it wouldn't work out. And then now we have a lot of visual intrigue, right? So I just had this problem. This is peak Minecraft here, ladies and gentlemen. I just had a problem where I was like, man, this side kind of looks lopsided because we have these 3 posts, right? And we're missing one on the front. And now I had it, and I accentuated the front door, right? Which looks great. I think it looks great. So now we have the top. Now, the top is usually the easiest to build because you're really just putting in merlons and matriculations. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have this socketed in like this, but I'm going to leave these 3 out like that. I kind of want that to work out the way I want it to work out because I think it's going to look really cool. Let's just see where we get to with that. So I've added a equal amount of blocks on every side, I think. I think that looks fine. And now we're going to get our stone brick stairs. And this is where we actually want to bring in our mossy, or sorry, is it called mossy stone brick? Yeah, this is where we want to bring in our mossy stone brick stairs because we want to have that look. So this is going to be quite important. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Because now we're putting in randomness, right? Now we're putting in randomness because we're going to build these. Right? These are called matriculations or merlons. I think they're merlons. And we want to grab a slab. And we also, with our slab, we want to put in this like little bit of randomness and variation between this as well. Because those are hard to change with world edit. So now I'm just looking at it, and I just want to like identify and make sure it's not looking too flat, right? Because I'm trying to picture this over the whole build, right? I think it's looking fine. So we'll go ahead and do that again, right? Like that. Bam, bam, bam. If you're wondering why I'm not doing variation on the actual blocks itself, is because I can do that with commands. We're gonna go ahead and open the door because it's getting hot. Minecraft makes my PC run like a fucking spaceship. And I'm basically just trying to look at these patterns and not follow them. That's all. I'm not really beholden to any type of, like, you know, oh, this has to be this has to be that. This is where you do not want to follow any patterns when you're building variation, right? So let's go ahead and continue. Not when it comes to like, oh, this is mossy or this is stone brick, right? We don't want to follow any type of pattern. We just want it to look natural, really. Okay. 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 All right. Now, I think this looks great. I think this looks very unique from the way I build stuff. So now we have another step. So we have to build a staircase. That's fine. And we also have to make this look better. So this is what we consider a finishing touch. And since I'm going to build the staircase in cobblestone or something else, I'm going to do it now. So now we're going to go ahead and replace all stone brick with stone brick for 1. And then we're going to do cracked stone brick 2, cracked stone brick 3, mossy stone brick 4, mossy stone brick 5. Why are we doing more of cracked and mossy? Is because then there will be more. So if we come in close, you can kind of see where that variation is, right? And we also have, due to absent by design mod, we also have cracked stone brick stairs and stone brick walls, which we can come in and do a little bit of, like, you know, making sure everything feels like it fits. There's not just mossy stairs and mossy and just regular stairs, right? There's also cracked stairs, and the same thing goes with slabs, which is also absent from by design, which is a mod that is super, super cool. And we're just trying to make this feel worn down, something that's been here for a very long time. You know, maybe we'll add some breaks into it or whatever. And if you watch me build a build over here in my dark forest, you'll know that, like, I've literally just built in this building style, which is very useful because it's something that I'm not used to, right? So now we look at this and I'm like, okay, now something else is feeling a little flat. This is feeling flat and this is feeling flat. So do we want to just bring it in the middle and just have this flatness here, or do we want to bring that down to where that's looking a little bit more intriguing? That's our next thing. So I think we'll start off with just bringing it down, right? Like that, and we'll just look at it and okay. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. And I think what we'll do is we'll do that. So we'll leave a little bit of flatness to give you that depth, because the difference between this, and this is what kind of makes the look of the build, right? So there we go. All right, we'll make sure we follow that on the bottom. Right? So now we can see that there's like a little, it's looking interesting now, right? It's looking interesting. So we have, here's all the things we have working, right? So first of all, if we look at the bottom, so if you're looking at this square down, right, you can see that there's obviously a difference between the push forwardness from this and this, because this is kind of socketed in, this is pushed out. That looks cool. That looks cool. Secondly, we also have the depth of this turning into like it goes stairs, flat, and then the slab, and then that looks really cool. And then we have the same thing on the top, but it's not the same thing because we have this, right? And then everything looks even better because it's all on this, like, we have this wood here that actually goes in. So we have a tower. It looks cool. So it creates a few problems with, which is this, right? So do we want to stairs this? Do we want to bring it down? Usually I go with the stairs option because I think we can definitely put in some, we can put in like a little bit of something, right? Let's show you what that means. So just as we did on the outside, where we had this like little different elevation, like support beams, we're going to do the exact same thing here, right? And I think I'll bring this down one level as well, like this. So then we go like that, And then we go one more block, like this. And then bam, 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 green eggs and ham. Like that. So we have like something interesting to look at, and if we want to make it more interesting, we can mix in a few slabs. It'll make it look a little flat, but I don't like the variation on this side where it's all different heights, right? So there we go. And now we have to build a spiral staircase, right? Little spiral. What I'll do is I'll do this to socket in the however much this is spiral. And I will go ahead and grab my command. Just make that look like the way it's supposed to look like. We'll grab a cobblestone wall. And we're just going to do a little bit of slab stuff. And I am going to grab a fence. And I'm not going to put anything on it. I might put a little bit of wool, but that's going to be long gone. Because anytime I build a tower, I usually put a flag there, right? And I think the best way this is going to look is to the right, so that's the way the wind's going to go. And I think I'll just do like a regular, like just one of these, right? And it's going to look like it's shredded, basically. That's it, right? It was once a flag, and now it's shredded. And I might just grab my flag schematic real quick, just to make sure that I'm building this properly. Let's just go ahead and copy this. Because it's easier to destroy something and make it look better than to do what I just did. Wait. Sorry. It's not -90. We're turning right. Okay, and let me undo. Let me come right here. Oh, one block too low. Oh, one block too far away. Like that. And it also didn't change the block for whatever reason. And now we're just going to do this. Okay. And pop. Like that. So it kind of looks like it's a flag that's been ripped up. And what I'll do is I'll grab like whatever color scheme I want. So let's say, let me just pull up the wool. Because basically I'm just deciding a flag for this people I'm making, right? So we're going to say green, green, gray. Right? So replace white wool with lime, or sorry, green, or wool. What does these go like? Green wool, lime wool, light gray wool. Okay. What happened? What do you mean it wasn't recognized? Ah. There we go. Let's not do lime wool. Maybe white instead? Let's not do that either. Maybe less is more in this case. Okay, world edit's not doing what I want it to. So we'll do that. So it's supposed to look like a ribbed flag, right? I think that does it. I think it does it. It's kind of hard to illustrate that in Minecraft because you already got to make it look wavy and stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. So now we kind of have a little bit of a more difficult part because we want to add a little bit of moss into this. And we're already building it manually, and there is no world edit helping us here because of slabs. If it was blocks, it would be different. So how many blocks can I build it? It's only a 1 block wide. Not too bad. That. So basically, the way this is going to work is you're just going to go up every time. Building spiral staircase is very simple, especially for building them like I build them. Is we just do that. I guess where it gets complicated is at this step here, because you can do this, but you actually don't want to do that. You want to have it empty, you know? I guess it can get a little complicated. And we'll do like a large part in moss. We want to skip the variation a bit. We'll do another large part in moss. Do the rest white. Okay, and then we do that, that, and that. And we should be able to walk. There we go. It's a little close. Something we could also do. This might not work. Oh no, it does. Is we can do that. Right, so now we have kind of like a little section here to where it's like, oh, you're not going to fall down. Whoops, I just deleted my wand. There we go. So now we have this like quaint little tower. And I think that this tower is so purposely built that I don't think I'm going to destroy the tower itself. But I am going to destroy this a little bit. So I'm going to grab my sphere tool. I'm going to do size 2. I'm going to do this. Bop. Bop. And I think I'm going to do one more right here. Like that. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more stuff. I'm going to add some stuff there. Add some wood. Like that. Alright. Alright. Now we're fucking cooking. I'll put a few nicks into this. I don't want it to look too specific like that. I'm not really trying to make it look blown up either. I'm kind of just trying to make it look a little worn down. And maybe it is blown up. Right? Okay. Now it's looking like pretty adequate, really. Pretty adequate. I'm quite happy. So now we have a thing. So do I want to put vines here? If I put vines here, they will go all the way down and it will kind of look a little weird. I don't want to do that. I think I want to do something like what I'm doing now. Just a little something, right? Like, we really want to show its age. Like, we want to show that. And I love putting vines in front of doors, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Vines on sticks and walls don't work. And there we are. That is the tower. So now, what buildings would be here, right? Let me just get a little bit forward here. what buildings would be here? I think the way I'm thinking about this build is that this is a forward op. This is a observer location. This is a barracks, right? This is something that is well manned, but that doesn't mean there's like, oh, there's going to be 100 troops here. That might mean 30 troops. That might mean 10, right? That might mean 50, right? And something else I'm going to add is I am going to add a bit of skeleton stuff. I still don't think that this is going to be like a war thing. I think this is more of a doomsday type ordeal, right? So, and it's funny that I say that because it's all jungle, right? That's the variation on this. It's like, oh yeah, these guys definitely got obliterated by something. The remnants are here, and everything looks fine. And it's like, what? Well, why is that? It's because it happened a long time ago. It's like, hey, there's a fucking massive forest here that looks nearly untouched. There's also a volcano right next to me. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process here, and I really like that idea. So I think I will add a bit of skeleton stuff here. I think now what we want to do is we're going to grab this tool. Here, sill, cobblestone 1, mossy cobblestone 2, mossy cobblestone 3, grass block 4, grass block 5, and we're going to go a lot of grass blocks. Grass block 7. Mask grass block. So now, what we're going to do... Whoa. Why'd you do that much? Ah, you did it like fucking 4 times. That would be why. Okay. Let's pull it back a bit. Grass block 4. Mossy cobblestone 5. Bop. Okay. Yep. Okay. I think that looks fine. I think that looks fine. I think I'm going to path it over to the right and left. Really, I'm just trying to use... It's supposed to be inferred what is going on, right? I don't need to make it a curved road because your brain is going to say, hey, that's a curved road. Right? That's kind of my thought process here. And I don't need to make it entirely random because it's going to be kind of split, right? So there you go. Now it looks cool. Let's make it better. Let's make it better. So, we just removed a lot of grass, right? Well, we're going to put grass in with this to where it looks overgrown because it is. It's a different thing when you're working on roads in Minecraft. You kind of want to keep the roads like open to where it's not overgrown and whatever. But this is the look we're going for, right? So we want tall grass in the way. We want it to be hard to see because the reveal is a lot better when it's like that, right? It looks a lot better like that. Look at it, right? You can see the cobblestone peeking through, but fucking clearly it has been here for a long time. I'll keep nailing that point home. Let's go ahead and fix that. We don't want stuff like that appearing. Bop, bop, bop. There we go. All right. So now, what kind of buildings, tents, or structures are going to be here for the people? Clearly, stone and stone bricks exclusively are a hot commodity. The only place stone bricks should be is here, right? All right. The only place stone brick should be is here. Only place cobblestone should be are on the primary location. So it's clear that like these things were not heavily mined, and if they were heavily mined, they were to go to something else, right? And that's where like, oh, if there's going to be a city here, which is if I'm going to put a city on this island or on this continent, it's going to be here. That's where it all went, right? That's where it all went. I also want remnants of stuff as well. So like right here, and I'll show you this because this is kind of a part of the illustration. This wasn't underwater. So that's kind of what I'm going for, right? So this wasn't underwater. That's why it's flat. It wasn't underwater, but now it is. How did it happen? Either there was more water from somewhere, or the continent sunk. It's either way, right? So I might even add like fence posts underwater and cobblestone underwater to give that illustration, because that would look sick as fuck. And we are probably gonna have to taper this hill in a little bit, I think. So tents, buildings, structures, mud huts. What the fuck are we doing? I think tents would be the easiest. But they are the hardest to make look worn down. Right? Okay. Let me just think about this. Tents are the easiest to build, hardest to make look worn down. But I could also just do pieces of tents, right? I don't have to build a full tent. I'm really attached to the tent idea. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab white wool, because I'm going to change it later. And I'm just going to add 5 tents. I think I can do 5 tents. So if I go ahead and load my tent schematic, right? This is my tent schematic. This was actually built by Trixie Blocks, but I obviously did some stuff to it. So like that's kind of the way my tents look like, because I'm not very good at building tents. Do I have a tent 2? Do I have a tent 3? Do I have a big tent? Ah! Same naming convention, you bitch. So that was supposed to be for a different build, and that didn't work out because it's too big. Okay. So, let's go ahead. I'd say either we build it like that or we copy it. And I think what we're going to do is copy it. I think it just might be easier, right? So the way this works is we have supports. So we have 4 pegs. Wait, we have 6, right? 4, 5, 6, yeah. So 6 pegs. So 1, these are primary. 2. So we'll illustrate it being primary like this. 1. So 3 blocks in between. Let's actually do... No. Yeah, let's do 2. 2 blocks in between. Okay. Like that. So 1, 2, 3. Like that. So we have kind of our outline. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay. Do I want to pick up a barrier block? I don't know why I'm searching up, because it can't be searched. Okay, and we're going to make this structure. I'm not good at building tents, but I'm building a tent right now. It's just hard to make things in Minecraft wavy, you know? It's like one of the challenging things in Minecraft. I think we want to do this kind of deal. It's like maybe like this and then this. Which means this comes down like this. Let me go like this. Go like that. Let me go like that. Like this. Okay. And we'll put a thing here, or we'll do it like that. We don't have a lot of room inside. And there's no support to do that. Like, this is where the drip should be. See, the problem is I don't have fucking metal. You fucked my whole day up by doing that. Okay. And I will get something here soon, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to keep streaming, though. So now it goes like this. That goes like that. That goes in like this. I've already identified that I'm going to have to do a little bit of copy and paste here. This is a weird tent, but I'm kind of liking where it's kind of going, and I haven't placed carpet yet. Copy, flip, never, best. Yeah, best. Like that. Damn, I just built my own tent. That looks great. Looks fine. So now what I'll do is I'll grab my barrier block. And I'll grab white carpet. That is fucking not white. How did that happen? And what I'll do is I'll do this. Bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. And you're gonna see what the fuck this is gonna do. I mean, you obviously saw that, but it's gonna have a certain look to it. And this is random. Okay. Tent's built. Great. All right, what colors are we working with? Green wool. Light gray wool. Okay, and then replace white carpet with green carpet and light gray carpet. There you go. And now you can kind of see like where that kind of like slopiness is coming in, right? So that's actually a really nice tent. I'm going to go ahead and save that because I'm about to destroy it. Copy, scan, save, tent 2. There we go. We got that forever. Awesome. Okay, now, where are we right now? We still got some music to go. So now what I'm going to do is, now we need to fuck it up, basically. So whatever way we fuck it up, the wool, which is affected by gravity, needs to move in that way, right? So I built the primary tent, and let's go ahead and paste it right there. Oh my god. How the fuck did I do that? Okay. Let's go ahead and copy this first, because we clearly fucked it up. Okay, and then we paste it. I'm glad I didn't go and ruin it. Okay. Now this is barrier blocks and all as well. Okay. So now it's like that. Great. So now we need to mess it up, and then whichever way we mess it up, and I'm thinking we either drop 2 corners on the left and right side to where it slopes, or we just drop, like, fucking everything. We obviously want a little bit of the structure so you can tell what the fuck it is, right? So I think what we'll do is I think I'm going to grab the back end like this. That's 2. That's 1, sorry. I'm going to copy, rotate 10 degrees to my right, which is not recommended. I'm going to paste it. Sorry, undo, replace white, or sorry, replace green wool, green carpet, light gray carpet, light gray wool with 0. Okay. Okay. Manually it is. I see. I tried to do it like with commands and stuff. It just doesn't work. Okay. I'm definitely going to build a different type of tent now. So what we're going to do is this is all just going to be on the ground. Now it's still going to have some of its structure, but not a lot. And let's do white wool so we can replace it all. I definitely just built a new kind of tent that looks super sick. God damn it! One time I can't build any tents, and now I'm building these sick-ass tents. Fucking annoyed. Alright. This might help illustrate it a little better. Just add more fabric, more fabric, more fabric. We kind of don't want it to be even. There we go. That's a fucked up tent. Dude, these are all gonna have to be unique. Son of a bitch, dude. Fuck. Okay. Bop. Nope. Wrong thing. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Awesome. So we have like this sticking up to where it's like, oh god, it ripped through the top, you know? Okay. I know it looks really weird having that one block there, because it does. Why don't I just do something like that, to where it's still kind of up. And it looks really fucked up. Alright. That looks great. We have some tents to remove. There we go. Make sure we are killing all our entities. So that's one. Now what I'll do is I'm going to copy this and put it on the whole opposite of the build, right? I just did that twice. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to copy this and put it on the whole opposite, just so I can save myself a little bit of building. So we're going to rotate it 90, right? So we're coming here, so we're doing that. I'm going to paste this with air, like that. And then we're going to do this. Okay. And we're just going to add a little variation. That's it. That's all you need to do. Bam, this whole other tent. Great, fantastic, amazing. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste this again. But this time, I'm going to put a thing in the middle, and I'm just going to collapse both sides. So rotate it at 90. Rotate 90. So it's here, here, and now here. Paste with air. Drop this down. I'm going to put a thing in the middle. Okay. So now, what's going to happen? I'm going to do this. Okay. Where's the other color carpet? I can't find it. There it is. There we go. Not so much height there. Okay. It looks fucked up. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal. Okay. So I think we want, I just think we want one more. Just one more. So I think I'm gonna paste it this way. Still. So now it's coming over that way. And, I'm just gonna put a hole in it. Like that. Kill the carpet. Okay, and I'm just gonna do that. So it still kind of looks like a little connected, I suppose. Like that. Alright. Some fucking gameplay. So there we go. We have, like, I think if this was in its prime, there would, like, be a few more tents. But I think it looks a little ramshackle like this, and I like that. Joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Yeah, let's just add a little bit of vine work. Fuck it, right? Just get a little bit of visual intrigue, you know? Definitely want some vines hanging over this. Just fucking send it. Okay. This is really gonna sell it, really. So, if it didn't look like, oh, this is a ruined tent, ruined camp before, now it's definitely gonna look like it. There we go, and let's just make sure that we don't leave out the sides, right? There we go. So now, what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna make sure I'm on land. So now, when I get something to eat, in a few moments here, I'm going to stay here, and then all these vines are going to do their work, and we'll come back and we'll be able to see it in its whole glory, right? Or in its past glory, right? And just because we don't have, like, a little path going to this one, not a big deal, right? Overgrown. Like, maybe there was a path. It doesn't need to make sense, right? I think this is a really, really cool build. Sometimes you don't need to build, like, a super, super cool thing Sometimes you just don't need to like go super super ham. Sometimes less is truly truly more, right? I'm quite pleased about this. Now what's next? I think I want a little bit of pathway down here. A little bit of pathway just to show that, like, hey, this is how they got up, right? And I think I'm probably just going to do this fucking manually, right? Just to illustrate and send the point home that, you know, people did come up here and there was some kind of infrastructure to where, like, you know, they got up here, and it's now in ruins, right? Ooh, I could place some chests up back there. That'd be a cool idea. If I ever make this this map like some kind of like adventure thing, it'd be a really cool area to have some cool shit. That'd be cool. Let me grab some chests real quick. Can we get into this one? We can't. Yeah, we always have more than chests, too. We got barrels. Barrels look cool. Okay. Oh, man. Dude, I'm just coming up with ideas like out of the fucking wazoo. If you watched one of the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, there was an island that had a trapdoor under sand that was like a fucking booze room. Let's do that. That would be sick. Because we could build something really cool. Let's do it. I got kegs. Let's go. Build it quick. I'm starving, but let's do it. Trapdoor. Ladder. Or rope. We could also do rope. Rope. Where is it? There it is. And let's build it, let's build it fucking over here, dude. Edit away. We should do this. We're gonna do like a little rope. Like this. Like this. Like this. Since the rope, we have this luxury to do that. What the fuck is that? Ah, I remember what that is. You idiot. So everything underground here is all this. So it's what looks, it's this pattern thing. I just decided that I would do that and not care about this. Sure, let's do it. For the consequences. That's what I meant. This is what I like. This is that good shit. Yeah, I can't really do anything about the ceiling being dirt. Unless I want to move one down and just have like a little thing, but I think this is fine. There we go. Awesome. Super, super cool. Edit away. Awesome. Just awesome. Because, you know, booze lasts a long time. Right? Motherfuckers will try anything. Yeah. That fucking blends in. If you don't know what's there, that shit blends in. And if we want, we can put a... We could just, like, lean into it a little bit and get a little bit of tall grass everywhere. Just so, like, we have it hidden even more. Right? Even more. That's sick. That's sick. We have this, we have this. Like, obviously, like, the people here know about it, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. You don't know. I'm very, very pleased right now. I love building ruin stuff. It's something that I've had on the, on my board of many things. Just can't believe that my continent is finished, right? Because, just for reference, if you didn't see the video, I've been working on this whole thing for about 3 years, since 2021. And yeah, I only moved this in a few days ago with the help of, let me get their name. The help of, Summer Drive. Give me an idea to try a different program when I was asking for help about another program, and I was able to move this in without much fuss. There's a few little problems, like, for example, this is a problem, but I don't give a fuck about that. You never see that. You barely notice it there. If I didn't point it out, you would never know that this is all flat. Now you do. But yeah, this looks sick. This looks sick as fuck. What is modded here? Barrels aren't. The only thing that's modded, because this is just important for screenshot stuff, the only thing that's modded here is that. You barely see it. So I can get a picture in my renderer right here and be completely fine, because everything here is not modded. Ooh, I guess the staircase is actually modded. Yeah, that's problematic. If I come into it, I'll fucking go and rip that out, I suppose. But yeah, this is a really cool little area. And then when we get the Distance Horizon mod, once it's all figured out and you got some good shaders working on it, then we're going to be able to see, like, all this shit with LODs. It's going to be so cool, dude. I cannot wait for Distant Horizons to actually, like, get their shit done. Get it working for 1.16, or get it working for some version that is like, hey, this won't corrupt your world, you're good. Because that'll be great. That'll be fucking great. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go get some food. I'm still going to keep the stream on. I'll be back. I think we'll maybe build something else, or maybe play a different game. We'll see. But yeah, see you in a bit. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Okay. So, let's have a look now. We spent a little bit of time sitting outside, and let's just have a look. Do a little tour, if you will. So we have our tower here that is ruined. Maybe there should be vines in here, but I don't think there should. We have our spiral staircase, which doesn't block your head. And then we have our flag that's been ripped, right? So that's why it's so small. We don't have any actual machiculations, which is the things you can look down. We just have our merlons. But this is more of a scout tower, right? It's the whole idea. We have some tents. We have our walls that are obviously in ruins. We have our floor or our roads that are in ruins. We also have this little secret area right here. If we come down, we have like a little brew room, right? And then that's it. I'm just going to remove some because I think it looks better that way. Let's just add a little slab. There we go. And yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it looks quite nice. I think also what we can do, we can get away with like something like this. Nice. So yeah, it's a cool little place, man. Cool little place. So now what I want to do, I want to get my mossy cobblestone. I want to get a fence, dark oak. Dark oak because it's going to be underwater. And I want to build a path from here all the way down. To the spot to kind of give that visual intrigue, right? Path doesn't lead to nowhere, path's underwater, right? And yeah. So now this is going to be a little challenging. But not all too much. Because of the fences. Could also just do that too. Because there's no seagrass for some reason. Man, if I actually mistyped 704, that would have been rough. 704 water blocks, kind of a lot. When you're dealing with water, you do not want to be fucking around. Alright. There we go. I'm probably going to do some double fences so you can see them peeking out of the water as well. I think that's a really cool effect. Man, I can't see anything. Damn. Okay. Here. Now, go ahead and fix all the water. There we go. So like you can kind of see where the path is going, right? I'll put like one here. I don't want to put it all the way. Like, I don't want. The idea wasn't to have all of them like be big sticks, but you know. There we go. So if you look real close, you can see all the sticks. Cool effect. Really cool. Okay. I think we might build a bridge here. Like, have a path that comes all the way down here and have a bridge here. Because, like, it's either... If I put a build here, right? Kind of makes this place a little redundant, right? So, like, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we do something like we come across here, come across, have a bridge here that's been destroyed, right? And then, like, either have another forward op base here or something else, and then we come through, and then we have, like, maybe a bridge here or something. I'm kind of, like, trying to get it to lead back somewhere, right? Like, maybe this watchtower isn't just for watching this. What if it's for watching this area, right? Maybe there's someone here. Some rival, right? Because I'm trying to think, like... I'm also thinking about power projection. Forward operating bases in itself is a power projection, right? So, like, if we have an operation base here, let's say it's 50 men, right? Let's just use even numbers because it's easier. So we have a few men manning the tower itself, and they can see, let's say, see as far as the horizon, right? This is the tallest point. So I'd say right here, right? So like a mile in each direction. So the power that they're projecting isn't this big. It's probably like, if we're talking about it, it's probably like the inside of the circle. Or the square. A circle inside. That would be their power projection. And if we're thinking about, like, okay, well, right now, and we're trying to think about the before times too, when this stuff wasn't flooded. So, like, let's say that this river is still here, right? So the people who own this area this is a rival here, and this is a rival, and then their power projection, they're here, right? So they own this area, and they own, like, up to here. You see this? Like, this is like the end of the river here, and they kind of have them trapped in, right? So they own this island, which wasn't an island when it like beamed the 4 times, and they owned all this area, right? All this area, and then this way. So one faction owned this. If we're looking at the islands now, one faction owned all this, and one faction owned all this, and then there was a border in between. Maybe there's another faction here, right? Maybe there's another faction here. But that's the stuff I'm thinking about, right? Now, I could say that this island here, this is owned by one faction. This is owned by another faction. This is another faction, and this is another faction. But that means there needs to be different flags for each one of those, and also different types of like architecture, you know. And I was gonna put like corpses here, and I do have corpses to put here, but I'm thinking that I'm not gonna do that now. Because I think it just was that long ago that only the stone and the building remains. Everything else has been reclaimed. I could absolutely build something deep, dark in the forest, and it would be super cool build. Right? Because this forest is dense. So cozy. If I was going to build anything, it would be right here. It's either right here or I'm building something here. And I'm putting a bridge. How wavy is this? See, I could build a little fiefdom here. This is like perfect fiefdom territory. Flatten this, have a double thing. Like, this is old medieval shit. To where I have a double wall. So there's a wall up here, which is where we're looking here, right? So wall up here, and then there's a wall in here, and then we put a bridge in between the gap, and it's a drawbridge. Could do that. Be very simple. I probably would clear out all the grass, and tall grass. We could absolutely do that. Just a small little fiefdom. Still, I think I'm still gonna follow, like, this kind of design, but I just might make a double. Like a double wall, you know? So you have somewhere to stand on. God, this area just looks so cool. I love jungles, man. Because, like, I could have a big jungle bridge across this, which I think we're calling that... Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Lots of lag. What's my frames? 19 frames. No entities. What's going on? Fans? What are you doing? Fans are good. Let's close that. Let's close BattleNet. I think it's honestly just the amount of grass and vines that it's like, holy shit. There's grass on every fucking block here. I could imagine that's quite a decent amount of stuff required there. It's easier to remove than to add. Okay. Let's undo that twice. Not 50. I'd like to keep my mountain. Intact. Wow, it's so laggy here. Only had 20 chunks, by the way. Yeah, maybe this is a 14 chunk ordeal. Okay. So I'm thinking like we have like a small little town down beneath, and we have a fiefdom up here. And what a fiefdom is basically just a castle, but a small one, right? Okay. I definitely want this to be bigger than what it is. Obviously, we're going to have to fix the whole underground thing. Okay. I think this is getting to a size that I'm quite pleased with. Okay. Just even it all out. Get all the entities. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we got all these gone. And we're going to build something kind of just like what we just built, but it's going to be a bit bigger. Bit bigger. So let's go ahead and replace Replace dirt, coal, bedrock. By the way, this is bedrock, and I am using it as decoration because Nap did such an amazing job that it looks that good. Anyway, replace dirt, coal, block, bedrock, and just, I think it's black terracotta with a grass block. There you go. And what we'll do is I'll just grab the rest of this. Pause 1. Pause 2. Okay. Awesome. We'll do the same thing up here. Pause 1. There we go. Okay, so we have this definitely multi-level thing happening, right? So now we have a choice. Do I still want to stick with the bigger walls? If I do, I'm gonna lose a lot of room, but also less is more, right? And it would give it a better look as well if I did it like that. Let's build this first and then see. Because we're gonna just repeat the pattern anyway. But I could just, I could do something really simple with slabs. Okay. Really useful when there's no fucking grass in my way, huh? Really simple. See, this is where straight lines that I don't want, right? So that's when I'll do something like that. Just to get away from the straight line. I want it to look ramshackle, and the only way I can do this is without using straight lines. It's not supposed to come out straight. Okay, and then that's a thing. I mean, it's looking quite good. I'm quite pleased so far. Because I can picture the rest of it. That would be why. Okay. There we go. And I'll do something to like elevate that, and then so I'll elevate, I'll turn it, and then elevate. I don't have a raid today, do I? It's Saturday. It should be Sunday. Let me just check. Monday. It's Monday. Yeah, because we're on a 7-day-a-week schedule. All right. No floating grass block, please. There we go. Okay. And just remove all that, that's fine. There we go. Okay. Um, sure. So, like, basically I'll lose 2 blocks on each end if I did it the way I wanted to do it. No, I don't think I am going to do it the way I wanted to do it because... Just because, like, it's really complicated to do, like, a double of this really unique type of wall structure, so I don't think I'll do it like that. And we're definitely not going to do a drawbridge down a slope either. I know what we are going to do, though. We're going to build walls up this way. There we go. Okay. Nice. Just keep them all ones for right now. Okay. Dude, this is gonna look sick. I love these small builds that's happening right now. It's awesome. And the fact that I'm not following a pattern is really helping out with my old brain here. If I was following a pattern, it really, like, fucks everything up, and it, like, makes everything super more challenging to actually get to a point where it's going to look good. This is going to look good anyway because it's the top, so it's going to make this look good. And the fact that it's going to be surrounding, it's going to be surrounding some cool builds, so. Ooh, I could definitely put a well here. Think ahead, ladies and gentlemen, think ahead. We're going to have this weird, like, outcrop thing, in-crop thing. Let's fucking put a well here. Just to illustrate to myself if I forget. Basically, I just don't want to remember it. I'll just look at it and then I'll remember. Yeah, because these guys got to get water somehow, right? They don't really have... I mean, I guess you could say they have rivers, right? But, like, half of this is, like, now the sea. We don't want that. There we go. Look at that. This looks awesome. Now, let's make it look even better. With not even that much work, really. Ooh, hold on. Spectator. This is why I kept everything one block. So we'll go like this. Pause 2. And then we just selected 800,000 blocks. So we're going to go ahead and find our old command. We should still have it. This is what not logging out helps with. I could have just typed this command like 5 times, but it's not the point. I want it exactly the same. So, copy this. Bam. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then paste. 1, 2. There you go. Look at that. So where's the door gonna be? It's gonna be right here. Very rudimentary. It's okay, though. Sure. I don't need to be very specific on that. Okay. Nice. Okay, 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 okay. Now we're thinking about, like, oh, how are we going to build this now, right? Oh, wait, if we just do this, we don't have to deal with it. Okay. Okay, and then do this. Yeah, so now we're trying to think, like, okay, well, we want to build something, and it's probably, we probably want it to be a square. So let's make sure that we can actually get a little bit of a square happening, right? So now we have, like, a little area for a square, right? Okay. Alright, we're going to move everything one block that way. Sure. I think we're actually going to take a block off of each end. So it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's definitely not square. We do it like that. 3 on each side. I know that's not going to make it square either, but I'm not super attached to the square idea. I just want to make sure it fucking fits. Okay. Oh, fuck. I don't have a middle. My middle's fucked up. I'd have to move it 2 blocks to the front if I want to have like a little middle there. I could do that. Yeah, I just need to bend the walls a bit. Oops. Okay. Good, good, good. I want to bring in the grass here, just to flatten it out a little bit. And I'm missing a thing here. That's fine. So now this is my middle. Great. Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, I could even I could even move it 1 block up, and I think in fact, I will do so. Just to get one off the wall, if I want to go with the slab idea. I think the slab idea is a good idea. I know you don't understand it. Let me explain it. So the slab idea is basically where at the 4th block of each wood, I place a wooden slab, a half slab, so it's down to the bottom, to where you have someone to be able to stand on the matriculations, right? Or sorry, in front of the merlons. These are the merlons. So it would look like these. Like this, right? So then you have like a shooting position. Now the problem with that is that if we bring it all the way up to there, that's a problem. If we bring it all the way up to there, that's going to be a problem. And a problem I don't want to deal with. So I think I'm going to compromise with my own idea. And I'm just going to just do it on this floor. This one. I think that's fine. How do you get up here? Don't know. I know now. I'll put one over here somewhere. Now this is kind of supposed to be a ruin, but I don't know how much I'm going to destroy it. Like, we'll see. And if I do destroy it, I think I'm going to keep the fiefdom kind of untouched. Just look a little messy. It's fine. Sorry, let's just be like that. Just be like this. Like this. Whoops. There we go. Now we're looking good. So we have 2 ways up to each one. It's kind of in the inner cordon off area. We don't have a way over here. That's okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. Yeah, this is kind of like really old school medieval stuff. Like, if you've seen any medieval video, you've definitely seen this. Even though it's not exact because like this part's kind of separated. It's not like a one-way lane kind of thing, but this is a pretty defensible little spot. Definitely considered an encampment though. Even though I'm going to put a fiefdom there. But yeah, this looks great. I'm pleased. So the question is now, is it an encampment or is it a small little town? I don't even know if I could fit in good houses here. It'd have to be one stories. Like 4 people houses. For sure. I don't know what I'm doing right here, but I think it's gonna look cool. So what is that? And looking cool is half the game. Okay. What a weird little thing. What a weird little thing. I don't even know what I'm building. Technically, these are both the same. Sure. It's like a little roof for my well. Hmm. This is gonna give it some cool ass depth. Look at that. I'm sure they have some way to make it not still water, I'm sure. Usually the sun does that, but you know. Okay. So now basically what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna, like, basically do that. And then that's gonna be a thing. Half the size, maybe. Okay. Okay. I think I want some kind of unique entryway. But I need to fix the outsides first. So basically what I want to do is I want to take this square and indent it twice. What do I mean? Well, we grab a point. We move it 2 with it. Okay. Grab another point. Move it 2 with air. We grab another point. We move it 2 with air. And we grab another point. And this is our final point. And we move it 2 with air. There you go. Now, we have our main square. Fantastic. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know what I'm doing yet. We're about to find out. There's going to be something that either clicks or doesn't. I'm basically giving myself room to come up with a creative solution to the problem. What's the problem? Well, in the way I'm building this, if I build it flat, it's going to look flat, so it needs to have depth. TH. There's a TH. So, we need to have an indent, right? So, here's what we do. We do contrast. We're doing a lot of stuff with oak. I don't think this should be different. So, first things first. We do that. And fuck it. This is probably never going to be seen. This little hole filled up with oak, but we're going to fill it with oak. As like a support beam. Okay. Cool. Okay, 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 something's clicking. We're clicking! Bop. Bop. No. Bop. Bop. Like this. Right? Hold on. Hold on. Huh. Yep. I see it. It's happening. I think I'm crazy. Just wait. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what we want. That is what we want. There's some depth that we have been asking and looking for. Okay. Fuck. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. This is setting me up to put something in the middle, and I don't want to do it. Like, this is setting me up to do this. But I don't want to do that. I want to do something on the side. Well, fuck. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. The front's gonna be different. I'm gonna do something else on the sides. I think I might even put, like, fucking cobblestone walls or something. Like these. Huh? Big chair. Big chair. Give me big chair. Okay. This is just placeholder. Okay. Hmm. So you're saying I do that. Okay. It'll look better. I agree. I agree. With myself. Right there. We're gonna have a double spiral staircase on the corners. And then we're gonna have that enterable down here or up there. I haven't decided. Down here would look better. Okay. Door. Perfect. Okay, lantern. I'm literally just putting this in here so we can see. I don't know if the lanterns would last the test of time. So walls there, walls there, walls there. Dude, this is a weird fucking build. Okay. So the question is now... do we bring this spiral staircase all the way up to the top? Or do we just call it there? Such a weird build. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Right? I'm going to do this. as like a support beam. For some reason, like, this house looks like a frog. I don't know where I'm getting that, but, like... Or toad. But yeah, it's supposed to be a fief. It's supposed to be small, right? Like, sometimes I really, really like and get attached to, like, building these big fucking fiefdoms and shit. But, like, this is not supposed to be massive, you know? I like this. This is cool. Okay. So double spiral. You know what we could do? We could have one spiral that goes to their staircase. Or sorry, the floor where the bedroom is. Or the Lord's family sleeps or whatever. And then we could have one that goes all the way to the top. That would be really smart. Because then I don't need to have a weird spirit staircase that tries to meet the floor at the 2 levels, because that's a really big problem. Let's go ahead and grab this staircase so we don't have to work so hard. Alright, so we're gonna have to rotate this. I have no idea where this is gonna paste. Works for me, dude. Works for me. Okay, so now we can do this. Trapdoor, please. There we go. So I could put like a bed, like a cozied up bed in there if I would like. There we go. What was that? 4 high? That's fine. Completely, utterly fine. Okay. There we go. Damn, I could even do that if I wanted to. Decent. Alright. And I think we do this? No. Keep it as an invisible corner. Now, I'm tempted to make this more higher up, but I don't think I am going to do that. And I could also bring this up to the roof. But then the exit would... Well, then I could just make the exit here, but that would be weird. You're like coming... You're coming right here, and then coming out. I think we're just going to put the door... I think we're going to put the bed here anyway. So what I'll do... What I'll do is I'll lose some of the room. No. No, I won't. I'll do this. And I'll put a door there. That'll look fine. Mm, like that. Sure. And all right. I think that's fine. All right, where's my beds? That's what I'm looking for. Nah, it has to be this way. Oh, we could put it in the middle of the room too. I'd have to make it one bigger if I did it like that though. That's fine. All right. All right. Where's my dressers and stuff? I know, like, it doesn't feel like this kind of furniture stuff kind of feels a little modern, if you will. But due to the wood and stuff like that, like I'm sure they could have made that. A little bit of iron and whatever. So it doesn't like impact the fantasy at all. Or that much. Go. So I still want, like, this is still like the Lord. So I still want like something cool here. Because you gotta remember that even though like these guys clearly don't have a lot to access here, they still, like, the Lord still like has wealth, right? But their wealth a little bit different. Like, this carpet might be the only blue carpet they have on the continent, you know? Whether it be by trade or whatever. Okay. Let's build the thing, and I think I'm going to call it after that. I think I'm happy to call it a day. It's only a short stream, but that's okay. I think I'm also going to build this out even one more block. It's a square, it should work out. It's a lot more difficult than just placing one block every block. It's like quintuple the amount of clicks you gotta do. I could copy and paste it, but I'm already committed. Oh, I could also just do this. Stupid. There you go. All right. Why does this gotta be so complicated? Can I just copy and paste it? It's literally all the fucking same. Let me just make sure the sides are good. All I need to do is get on my middle. Fuck, I don't know where my middle is. Shit, I think it's there. Copy, rotate 90, paste with air, rotate 90, paste with air, rotate 90, paste with air. Fuck. I'm even doing this wrong because I still have more places. I still have more things to place. Jesus. Wait, we should have did this first, dummy. But I could just copy it and paste it again. This is gonna look so weird. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, how useful was that? I thought I was copying this, but I wasn't. Fuck it. I'll do it manually. This thing's small. I think it looks fine for like just a weird little fiefdom, right? It's okay. Not my best work, not my worst. We're alright with it. We alright with it. It's okay. I could definitely add like fucking holes to where like these are the actual matriculations, right? 100%. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna bring us to the end of today's stream. I hope everyone enjoyed this little build along here. But yeah, I'm feeling quite tired. I was talking like for an hour and 30 minutes straight, flat out. So this is what we built today. We built this little like abandoned lookout. We have this cool little Pirates of the Caribbean-esque like alcohol storage thing. The walls are beat up. We have this path going out into the water to illustrate that the either the water level has risen or the actual continent itself has sunk. Which is also something else. We have illustrated age due to vines and to tore up everything. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job today. I think this is very unique. The only other time I built something like this was about 3 weeks ago when I was building my vampire keep, which, by the way, is still in progress. I'll go show you it. Still in progress. I think this is also pretty good, you know? But this was also battle-worn, right? So we have more illustrations of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over there and get a final shot. The fact that I can just fucking do that, a little crazy. Let's get a shot here. Okay. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. Oh, I don't have a mouse. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of today's stream. I appreciate everyone coming in here and watching. I would recommend, if you want to know a little bit more about this world, is to check out my channel. It's the current video saying what 3 years of creative looks like in Minecraft. That's how long I've been working on this build for. It's a long time coming, but we are complete with the canvas. We still got lots of builds to do. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one.